Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sala, I'm from Russia, and on this channel I discuss topic considering Russian people, Russian mentality, and my opinions about life, people, whatever. So today I decided to start new topic, story time, and I decided to share experience how I worked in Italian company here in Russia. I think it will be very interesting because I had experience to work in an international company and to work with Italian people who actually lived here and still live here in Russia for years. And I had a lot of interesting things which I noticed in Italian people. For example, uh, I'm comparing with Russian mentality, and for me it's very interesting comparing things. For example, when you start working in Italian company, first what you noticed that Italian men they don't smell, wait, they don't sweat. If they sweat flowers for sure. Because working with Russian men, not always, but it's only my experience. I think Russian that's good, but not so much Russian people knows English. Anyway, working with Russian people, with Russian men, you became sommelier. You know this work, sommelier. He tastes wine. He smells the flavor of wine, yeah. And by flavor, he can choose. He can understand what is this wine, old wine, new wine, what consists of this wine, which berries, for example, or flowers, whatever. If you work with Russian men in the office, you became sommelier of sweat. You really can differ. Is it new breeches from France or your coworker, male coworker, was hurry up to his job. He did not use his perfume because he's man. He doesn't need this or whatever. When you work with Italian men, you notice that they don't sweat at all. Really, they smell good perfume or flowers or whatever, but it's not sweat. Maybe something with bodies with Italian men, it works another. I had biological, sorry. I had biological theory about this, but actually I understood that it's cultural differences because in Russia we have not so much men, and they are good enough. They always good enough. They don't need to be better. This is how typical Russian man thinks. Not all, but for the most part. If we consider with Italian men, I know that there are a lot of men in the country, but not so much women. So we have to try to be better. And I had Russian colleague. She was married to Italian man, and I was very shy. I said, "May I ask him question?" She said, "Okay, ask." I said, "Marca, why do Italian men they don't sweat?" He laughed at me and said, "Alla, we take shower." And I understood. In this moment, I understood that really Russian men, it's not like they don't take shower, but it's not necessary for them because they know that they are good enough, you know? And they live with this knowledge that they are good enough. And Russian women, they take shower, they take care of themselves, but men, no. What next is interesting, I noticed all Italian men, they had diet. I was in shock because for Russian women, yeah, they do diet to look slimmer, to look better, but for men, no. Even if he has, for example, heart problem and he needs to do his diet not to die, Russian men, no, I will not do it. But Italian men, they will take care of their waists. Yeah, and they always thought, I'm fat, I need to do my diet. For me, as a Russian woman, to hear this, it was like a cultural shock. I was not ready. I was not prepared for this. When man told me that I'm fat, Russian man, even if he's chubby or even if he's fat, he will never say like that. He said, I'm perfect. I'm a man, I'm perfect. I'm not fat, I'm just big. That's all. And and I saw how first time in my life, I saw how men was bragging about their waists. It's like in every Italian man lives Russian woman which do diet and wants to be spinner. I don't know. It's only my experience. Maybe not all Italian men like this. Maybe, but at my work it was like that. First, what I learned working in an Italian company in Russia, of course, Italian bad words. You learn not ciao, no, not por favor, whatever. You learn bad words. Because some of my colleagues, they were offended because they could say very bad words. But then I understood that actually they talking on this language. Again, I don't know, but I was very surprised that people in the office, they speak a lot bad words. But of course, it's in close communication. What else I have noticed? I've noticed that all Italian men, all which I saw, they're afraid of marriage. They're afraid, I know a lot of men afraid of marriage, it's normal, but not like Italian men. Italian men afraid of marriage like a fire. I had Italian colleague and I was waiting his report because without his report, I could not do my report. So, and he was drinking his coffee. He was very relaxed, like all my Italian colleagues. He was doing all piano, very carefully, very relaxed. And when I was pissed off, I came to him and I said, if you will not give me this report, I swear by God, I will marry you. I looked seriously in his eyes. In 2 minutes, I had my report. You see how much we're afraid of marriage. So if you work with Italians and there is some delay, just promise to marry him. He will do whatever you want not to marry him. What else? Working in an Italian company, I was very surprised. It was my first and the last, for sure, the last experience working in an Italian company. Finito. What I've noticed, they are very greedy. Again, it's only my experience, but in Russia we have like stereotype about German people, which is actually true, but they're very greedy. And people who work in German companies will always say, oh my God, to ask more money for salary or to ask money for something that they need in the company, it's insane. But Italians, they are higher. Really, I don't know, because Italy for me, it's like songs of Ricky and Poveri, like Felicita, da 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 da, mama, something very positive, and I was very surprised that they are very greedy, very greedy. Even if they need something for the job, they will wait for the last moment, the last of the moment, when they have to spend money. And to spend money for them, it's pain. It's pain in their faces. And usually for our Italian colleagues from Venice, because we had another office in Venice, Veneto region, came, they were very greedy. For example, we had some money to spend here when you go, when you have working trip, your company gives you money for food, for accommodation, and they were so much greedy that they eat at McDonald's. It's the cheapest place to save money. I was in shock, and some of my colleagues, they didn't have lunch, and he said, oh, I will save money, I won't have lunch, I will have only dinner. just to save money. Their obsession with money, and you know the difference between rubles and euro, it's huge. It's very cheap for them. Even the restaurant, they could eat in very good restaurant and even save money, but they eat in the cheapest McDonald's just to save money. Oh my god. Or not to eat food. I can't understand that. Really, I can't understand that. Because Russian people, we are very generous people. We like to spend money in good places and go abroad to try another cuisine, but for sure not McDonald's. But again, I can't say all Italians. All Italians with whom I worked. What else? Italian men. I work basically with men, so I can't say much about women. I saw only one woman. She was a huge boss, and when she was shaking my hand, I felt that she will break my hand. How to say? She was very strong businesswoman, and you know, with such type of women, we are like men. But I don't think it's about nationality. It's about when a businesswoman, and she was holding my hand, and I'm like, because she was so much strong, and my hand is so much soft. So I can't add anything about women, because actually I saw only one woman in our company and not for long. Basically, I worked with men, so I can experience only with men. Italian men, they are very flirty, very much flirty. When I came to this company, I could not understand, because if in Russia men flirt so much, it means that he's interested in you or in dating with you. But for men, for them dating is not necessary, because when you call to your colleague and you say that you need some documents, and he said, "Allah, Bella, I want to dive in your blue eyes," and I'm like, I didn't know how to react, because in Russia, I would consider that he fell in love with me and he wants to date me, but no. Because they give all the beautiful words and compliments to literally to every woman which is walking. So first 2 days, because I received so much compliment, I would say that for my first 2 days of work, I received so much compliments. I never received so much compliments from men in my entire life. Really. And I was in shock. I could not understand. Do they want to date me, to marry me? What do they want from me? It's like they give you compliment, but then it stops. And you understand that actually it's just a compliment. Words, it's just words. Anyway, but for me, with Russian psychology, I was like, he wants to dive in my ass, he wants to marry me. And he wants to marry me, oh my god. But when I did understood, and my colleagues, Russian colleagues who worked there for a long, they said, "Allah, don't pay attention to words, you will used to it." And actually, I would say in 6 months, I did not notice when somebody said Bella, whatever, Bella, it means beautiful in Italian. Anyway, when they say something about my blue eyes, I was like, it's like immunity. You have immunity, and you do it. It's like to brush teeth. You brush teeth every day, and it doesn't mean that you fell in love with your toothpaste. Yeah. So it's the same, and I did understand that it's cultural difference. It means zero, but it's good when somebody notices that you're in your dress or whatever, that your eyes blue and it's like ocean. It's always beautiful. It's always nice to hear, but it's so much. Yeah, this level of flirtiness of Italian men is very high, really. If I could have one penny from compliment, I would be a millionaire after working in this company, because but it's pleasure to hear good compliments. Once we had Skype call with camera. I need to explain this. And my Italian colleague, he was in Italy, I was here in Russia, and we had like glass walls, you know, with office glass walls. So in another room was working secretary, and she was blonde with long blonde hair. And he speaking with me about business, he noticed her, and he stopped working meeting. He said, Allah, stop. I said, what? And I was with dates, calculations, and I was like, oh, I was in our meeting. It's job. You have to do your job. But no. He said, Allah, stop. I said, what? So we have something incorrect? He said, no. And he said, Allah, stop meeting. I said, what happened? Something not correct? He said, this blonde girl, maybe she knows important information. Can you show her face closer? These moments when somebody do something, this is my cat, and you feel ashamed. Yes, this is this moment. In Russian, we call it hand face, like, so we are so much flirty. And what else? What I did not like working in an Italian company, first, that we are very greedy. So to ask more money, it's impossible. If you agreed for some amount of salary, that's all. You will receive this money forever, ever, and ever. The second that I didn't like, immaturity of the man, because I worked with 40 years old man. I think I thought that it's adults, but most of them will live with their parents. Why I'm talking about this? Because once my colleague asked to make a meeting in Skype or Google meeting, doesn't matter, with our boss, and she was busy with another meetings, and I said that I can't ask her because she's busy, so if he needs, maybe he will do it by himself. I did this in polite way, but he wrote such big letter to my boss, saying that I was not nice, that I'm a bad person because I could not make a meeting. They are very lazy to do something, that's why we always ask to do something, and if you reject because of some reasons, they wrote to your boss, straight to your boss. They wrote big letter like you did not do your job properly. Actually, after this letter, I had no problems because it wasn't my fault. But after this, I felt not very comfortable with this colleague. And actually, if he wanted to make this meeting, why he did not write text to my boss directly? Why not? If you need this, you can do it. I'm not your secretary, but I don't know what it was in his head. Maybe it's cultural difference between Russians and Italians. But after that, he was giving me compliments. I don't remember, maybe he asked me to marry him. This compliment, I would love to marry such a girl like you. Something like that. And it was totally normal for him, and he could not understand why I'm not happy talking to him. He had no reasons. I was very surprised, actually. I was very surprised. And talking about working with Italians, you have to love Italy a lot because it's special type of people. I don't know, maybe it was only in my company. I don't know how it is in other companies. Maybe it's only my experience. But during my experience, the meetings were very long. I'm as Russian, I'm fast. I didn't know that I'm so much fast until I was working with Italians. For example, we had meeting. how we do it in Russia. We have meeting, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. And I say, okay, guys, we have first question. We should do this, that, all agree? Yeah, all agree. Second, blah, 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 blah. Third, 5, okay, 15 minutes. We know what to do. All you do this task. Lena, you will do this task. That's okay. How we did this in Italy? I don't know. Maybe it was only in my camp. I don't know. But it was so much dull. We had 5 questions. And we were discussing 5 fucking questions. We were discussing about 3 hours. How it was? First question. We have a problem. We have first question. What we will do? It's very important question, guys, because it's very important problem. What should we do? I said, okay, we will do this, like that, and like that. Yeah, it's very good, but we have to repeat. But this is very important question. And Alla will do like this and like that. Lena will do like this and like that. But we have to know that it's very important. Oh my God. And my Russian colleagues, we were shaking because we could not see it for so long. We could not discuss. Yeah, we have problems. We already discussed, but again, repeating and repeating. In Russian people, we were sitting like that, like, yes, yes, Marka, yes, we understood. We will do like this and like that. Next question, yes. And Russian people, they were like, we were shaking. We could not even play that we are okay. We could not make poker face because we were like shaking, like, oh, when we will stop all this meeting and we will start doing something. But for Italians, we repeat questions. All knows what to do, all knows what to do. We all know already. And we spend so much time in discussing and repeating and discussing this question, but actually not doing anything. I don't know. But what we should learn from Italians is the ability of never give up. They never give. Did you heard about Roman Empire? They still like that. They still rocking it. We had online auction with Gazprom. Gazprom, it's a very famous, rich Russian company. I was preparing documents for this online auction. We did all correctly, but unfortunately, another company won the auction. Won the auction. It was sad. I was very sad because, but it's true. We did not won. We did not. We were second. We were not on the first place. When my boss received this letter, he said, all we prepared all correctly. I said, yes, all correctly, all on time, but unfortunately, it's sad truth. We have to give up because he said, what? I'm gonna call to Gazprom. I'm gonna call to Gazprom and say to them that we did mistake. I said, but we did not won. It's mistake. We could not. We are the best. And all my Italian colleagues, you know, we had office of Russian and Italian colleagues. And Russian colleagues, yeah, it's sad. We did not won the auction. What can we do? And Italians, we could not. We were the best. We are the best company for Gazprom. They did not know that we are the best. And I said, what we should do? And my boss, he called to Gazprom. He called to him and he said, hey guys, actually we did not won the auction, but we are the best. And it must be a mistake. We will come to you. He did not ask if we can come. He said, we will come to you with all the papers and you will see that we are the best. I don't know the reaction of people in Gazprom, but they were in shock because it's a very huge company. It's a very rich company. And nobody talks with Gazprom like that. I don't know how we make negotiation. I think people in Gazprom, it's totally Russian company, so they were in shock. Yeah, we had a negotiation, and our boss came with all the papers with another Italians, and actually he made Gazprom, to change decision. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that small, okay, not very big Russian Italian versus company came to big company and said, guys, it's mistake. I thought that they will say, fuck you. Not fuck you, but like, I'm sorry you did not won. But because they never give up. If we need something, they receive it. I think it's the best skill which I've learned from working from this yeah, I have immunity to men's compliment. But the second one, yeah, never give up, because if somebody said that you are not best, you just came to him with all the papers, all the things, all the documents that you have, and you prove that you are the best. And I'm very grateful that I had experience in this Italian company, and maybe some things I didn't like payment. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. But some things I've learned from them that actually we all can learn, not only in our professional life, but in life in general. Never give up. That's why how we make Roman Empire. We never give up, even if we lose. We see this moment of growth. So I want to finish this topic with story time. If it was interesting, I don't know if it was interesting. I had some notes about this Italian company, and I thought that I will share it with someone in my life, because it's interesting. To me, it was for sure interesting. So if it was interesting, put like, leave a comment and say, am I wrong? Maybe it's only my opinion and it was only in my Italian company. Maybe in other companies always different. So thank you for your time. Bye.